for your help. Thank you. Yeah, Elizabeth Caloxy.
Thank you. I believe you're a supervisor, is that right?
That's correct.
Right, I see that we have one Emirates plan to the 15 to the 18 for one ticket. That one needs to be cancelled. Thirdly, what is that right?
Well, just for your information, I am recording this. I was due to fly to Bali. I was due to fly to Bali in December. You made a mistake on my name by one letter. And for 10 days, I called for hours and hours and hours. And for 10 days, right up until the night before I was flying, you were unable to change the name on my ticket. On the morning of my flight, I called again, and you were telling me things like, oh, Emirates aren't open now. Can you call back in 4 hours? Or can you call back in 8 hours because Emirates are not open? They're only open between 8 and 8. On the morning I was flying, not knowing that I was actually able to fly, obviously, because the name was wrong, I called Emirates in tears. And the very nice gentleman, because I called in tears, said he would, and I'd already called them before, but they wouldn't do anything because it was your booking. He agreed to take over my booking and let me fly direct with Emirates. So I then had the war started, and we were given the option to fly back or cancel the ticket, and not go through Dubai. So I gave it some thought, and I decided I didn't really want to fly through Dubai. So I bought another ticket for £650, £680. And I've been phoning you ever since to try and get this refund. Emirates have told me that you have got the refund. They're very easy to get hold of. But every time I call you and I ask you after an hour, I've been on the phone now, every time I call you, I get told the same thing. Oh, Emirates aren't open now, which is ridiculous because I can get hold of Emirates. I mean, it's just, 2026, you're telling me at midday on a Thursday that you can't get hold of Emirates because they're only open between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Dubai time, UAE time. I mean, it's just silly. They've told me categorically that they have sent the refund to you. You'll see the amount of emails I sent to you requesting my name change, which was appalling, absolutely disgraceful. That, I'm a 65-year-old woman traveling on my own, and you couldn't change the name on my ticket for 10 days. I spent hours every day on the phone trying to get it sorted. I mean, incredible customer service, really, seriously. So now the lovely lady that I've just been speaking to for the last hour has told me that Emirates aren't open. I mean, come on. Can you let me know what's going on, please? Yeah, they've approved it. They have categorically told me that they have already refunded you. That Emirates have told me that they have sent the refund to you because I paid you. Well, would you mind calling them? Please call them whilst I'm on the phone.
Because I'm not sure why they
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know any of it. I want you, please, to call Emirates so that you can receive the same information that Emirates have told me. Would you mind calling Emirates now? And I don't want to hear that you can't get hold of them. Sorry? Just see what they have to say, because they've told me that they've sent my refund to you. So if you wouldn't mind calling them and see what they say, I'm happy to wait. Thank you. Thank you. So why am I doing this? I'm doing this because my other phone has died, and this is boring as fuck. This is the flight that I booked via Expedia, which I will never use again. I've still got to deal with my EasyJet. If you don't know the EasyJet story, I didn't actually put my EasyJet story onto YouTube, but you can find it on TikTok with several million views. I've got to take that one to court. I've got to take that to the Aviation Society because I was stopped from getting a flight to Spain on October the 1st because I was helping an elderly gentleman. And the woman didn't like it from EasyJet, and they wouldn't let me on the flight. Unbelievable, yes, but the whole thing is live. Unbelievable, seriously. And now I was booked to go to Bali, and they made a mistake on my name, and they were unable to rectify it. I was phoning every day for 10 days. Uh, so anyway, at the last minute, Emirates took over at the last minute. And then, of course, I was offered a refund. And now, of course, no one wants to give me the refund, even though Emirates have told me personally that Emirates are great. I like Emirates. They're brilliant service. Should have gone to them straight away. Will do again. But Emirates have said to me, we've sent the refund to Expedia. And now Expedia, surprise, surprise, can't deal with it. And they're telling me, Emirates are shut on a Thursday at midday. We can only call them at 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. their time. Oh, do me a favour. I can't believe what people must go through who don't have a voice like I've got. It's really concerning, the state of customer service in the UK. Really seriously bad. Don't know what it's like in the country that you're in, if anyone actually gets to listen to this. Bonkers. Bonkers. Been on the phone an hour. Yeah, I've got nothing better to do, have I? What's the time? It's all right, my meeting's not till 12. Anyway, you can if anyone does listen to this, you can fast forward it to when they answer again. Anyway, took about 5 calls to get a supervisor. Woohoo! You know, I'm all about justice. I'm all about justice. And what I can't bear is injustice. I cannot bear injustice. Oh God. Anyway, I'm just waiting for them to answer. Sorry if this is a very boring video, but this is my proof that you need to take, because you never know when you might need it. It's come in very handy over the years, because I won't let people get away with vile, disgusting non-customer service. Either you've got a business where you care about your customers or you don't. And I tell you what, one thing with my customers, I care about my customers. I don't care. That's why I've never wanted to have a big organizational company. It's just not for me. Because all kind of customer service goes out the window. But I've got to say, Emirates are very, very good customer service. So let's just pop into here. Do forward this on if anyone's listening. It might help somebody. At least it'll help me if I need proof of what's going on anyway, because I will get these people. I'm not having it. I will get you, because I can't bear injustice, seriously. Seriously. So this is what you have to do. Unfortunately, I do believe that a lot of people would not have the time or the mental or emotional capacity to make these kinds of complaints. You have to have the time. And I want my money back. I mean, they owe me about 600. I don't know if they're going to pay me for the whole flight, they told me, but even if it's half the flight, that's like 650 quid. That will pay for my next flight out to Bali, or some of it anyway. And that's what I had to pay. I paid 680 quid to get back from Bali via Hong Kong. So they owe me, that's money they owe me. They said we will refund. Emirates were very good. They said they would refund, but because I had booked with Expedia, and Expedia had been so pathetic in not being able to put a name change onto my ticket. I mean, it's just incredible what they can get away with. And if I was of any worse mental health and feeling insecure and broken, like I've been before with these dreadful insurance companies when I had a flood in my home, they're just about capable of finishing you off, especially I think if you're, on your own, single woman, for example. Doesn't matter how strong you are, there's only so much people can take. And I know for me, I have had some pretty challenging experiences in my life, where it has really required me to really stand in my truth and speak for what is right. I cannot bear injustice. That's one thing I cannot bear. So I make the time. Luckily, fortunately, today is the day that I've chosen to make this call, because we don't all have hours on end to spend with these sort of companies when they ripped you off, basically. So today was the day. I've got a meeting soon, but it's my meeting. I've got 45 minutes till my meeting. Anyway, there you go. Ho hum, ho hum. Some weight training while I'm waiting. Hey, what do you do when you're waiting for customer services somewhere? You get your goblet weight and you go into some squats. Seriously, that's what you do. You take your weight underneath your hand. You go into a nice squat with a straight back. You stick your bum out. You keep your knees over your ankles. You keep your sit bones wide. You disappear off screen. You push into the heels to come up. We did a nice little Shakti session this morning. 65 next week. Woo-hoo! That's another lie we've been taught about aging. Seriously. The lie about aging, that's another video. You know, one thing about being in alignment with your truth and knowing who you are keeps you younger, seriously. Keeps you younger. Especially looks after that throat chakra and all this area. Speak your truth. Connect with your truth. Connect with God. Be in alignment with God, not a system. Not the false matrix. Very, very important. See how long it's taking them to speak to Expedia? To speak to Emirates? Just to be clear, it's Emirates that are in the wrong, not Expedia. No, Ella, it's Expedia that's in the wrong, not Emirates. Expedia. Never book with Expedia. They made a mistake on my name and they couldn't make it right. Even on the morning of my flight across the world, they couldn't change one letter. And do you know what they told me? Hello? Let's see if the call has dropped. I was promised by the last woman if the call dropped. Hi, I thought the call had dropped. Can you just let me know if the call drops, you will call me back, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just tell you. Let me tell you, I was told by Expedia that you can contact them anytime. Why don't you just try the normal phone number that I call them on? Because the thing is, you can speak to them. You know, it's daytime in the UK. You have a customer on the phone in the middle of the day in the UK. Sorry?
But again,
Yeah. Just to let you know, we've already done this last week. Just to let you know, we've already got this far last week, and I still have heard nothing from you. Emirates told me that they have sent my refund to you at Expedia and that they're just waiting for you to do something. I can't remember what. I'd have to look at that video because I record everything.
yeah, but again, I won't be.
Can you see how ridiculous this is? I paid you. I paid you. They are waiting for you to pay the fee or something like this. They've apparently waiting for you to do something. But then I phoned them and they said they've actually sent the refund to you. I mean, they don't lie. Surely they don't lie. Huh? What should I what, sorry, say that again. Say that again. What should I consider? Have you been paid an agent's fee or something like this?
No.
So Expedia doesn't make any money. So Expedia doesn't. Right. So what you're going to do? Email them or call them? Good. Yeah, yeah. Please call them. I thought that's what you were doing. Sorry. Please call them. I've got all day. Pew, pew, pew. Can you see? I'm sure some of you don't attract this kind of behavior, but this is what happens. This is what sends people loopy, or this is how these companies get away with it. It's dire. It's dreadful. I mean, I know you guys, I know people go through this, and you have to be really strong mentally and emotionally to be able to even deal with these people. They fob you off. If anyone is listening to this right now, also when you go into a supermarket, if you dare go into one of those awful supermarkets with all that shit in it, even if you've got one or two items, you can ask them to open up a till to take your goods. You do not have to queue up for self-service and look in those cameras. You can ask them to open a till, but you've got to ask them with the authority that is you, that is your sovereignty, and they have to do it. They have to do it. Even if they haven't got any staff, they will find someone to open it. You just have to be able to ask for what you want. And that's something I teach. Is anyone there? There's a few of you there. This is called fighting for your rights. So simple. Yeah, I'm not an aggressive woman. I'm a yoga teacher and a Pilates teacher, but I do not believe in injustice on any level. And they have my money. I had to spend 670 quid on a new flight back to the UK from Bali. I was told I would get a refund. Emirates are telling me they've refunded me, but they've refunded my money to Expedia. And I can't get the money from Expedia because they said they haven't got it. So either I just lose 700 quid or I make these stupid phone calls for hours on end, getting absolutely nowhere. I mean, it's enough to drive anybody doolally, but I'm not going to let it. And I find it easier not to wind myself up when I share my experience with other people. Not the reason I'm recording. The reason I'm recording is because I learned many years ago that when you've got proof of what people have said, you have ammunition to fight your corner, to fight your case. And I will always tell them I'm recording. I don't necessarily tell them I'm recording live on YouTube, which I've never done that before. I've done a lot of live recordings over the years, as you probably know. But I don't do it live. I've never done it live on YouTube. I normally do it live on Facebook. But my other phone is dead and in my car. And I wanted to record this, so I decided to record it live on YouTube, which I haven't told them. But I haven't revealed this man's name or anything. It's very difficult to understand them as well because they're not English. I'm not racist, but it's very difficult to understand every word they say. Normally, when you're phoning Expedia, you get cut off. I kept getting cut off when I was trying to get my name changed on my flight. And being a very regular traveller, I've never had any bother until my EasyJet story. I will put a link to my TikTok channel with the EasyJet story because it's an unbelievable. It's about 5 minute long video. It's had a few million views. I've got to deal with that one. I've actually asked somebody to deal with it for me because I find it a bit of a head fuck. But I wasn't allowed on my flight. I was only going away to Spain for a few days, October the 1st last year. They wouldn't let me on my flight because I was literally helping an elderly man. It was all there live on Facebook. Absolutely no need or no reason to not let me on the flight other than the woman didn't like the fact that she wasn't in control, that I was saying, please, this man is elderly, you know, his wife's already on the plane. They won't let him on the plane because he was about half an inch over and he was confused. Anyway, watch the video. I'll put the link below. This is very boring. Maybe come back later if you are watching. Unless you're enjoying the sight of the hood on my kitchen. But come back later and see what the outcome is. I just want my money back, you know. I just want my money back. I can live without that money, but why should I? It's my money. You know, they promised me a refund. They say they've sent the refund, but I don't have the refund. Someone else has got it. Oh God, it's getting cold now. I was sunbathing earlier. See how. Let's go for a walk in the garden. Let's go into the garden. It's not. I'm charging my phone up. Getting to quite like the music on the call wait. Oh dear. Crazy. Crazy world. I could do a little sermon now, couldn't I? Dreadful line. Maybe I'll go and sit in the garden. How much battery have I got? 26% battery. I've been on the phone for 1 hour, 10 minutes. Such a bad line as well when you get through to Expedia. Come on. It's like I've really got all day, haven't I? Really got all day to deal with this bullshit. It's like I'm paying my time and my energy to get this money of mine back. And it's not even a question of them not giving me my money back. It's a question of who's got the damn money and why won't they give it me? You watch what's going to happen next. If anyone wants to know how you get really wound up, it's when you've been on the phone for an hour and a half and the call drops and they don't call you back. That's when it starts to go downhill. That's when it starts to go downhill. And the reception is not sounding too good. Actually, this is crazy music. I don't know if you can hear this, but this music. Oh, it's jazz music. It sounded crazy because it's cutting up. No, that's manic music. There's two different songs going on at once. There's jazz and there's some manic music. Well, that's not too bad. Oh God, where's my glass? Where's my drink? What a waste of a sunny morning. I'm gonna go and sit in the garden. So I'm still recording. I've only got about 25% in, so I am now currently doing this for purposes of proof. I'm trying to get my money back. Oh, it's very bright out there. Oh. This is actually getting really boring. I need to put my makeup on. Got a meeting in half an hour. Terrible reception. What a waste of my life. Let's get my ironing off the reform. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-da ba-da-dum ba-da-dum ba-dum bum. This is crazy. Maybe I should end this live. Just want to get the outcome recorded. And then maybe what I could do is cut this video later. Let me know if anyone's there. It looks like there's one person here. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm glad somebody is empathizing with me. Oh dear. Have you been through anything like this? Can you feel my pain? Let's have some lemon water. I think I need to keep on recording because no doubt if I stop, he'll suddenly come back and say some stupid thing. I won't be able to understand his accent, probably. So, lemon water, 1 glass of water, and squeeze half a lemon. Keep the sanity. At least if all else goes wrong, this is what you call self-love. Taking care and not buying into the system that unfortunately. Oh, hi there. Yeah, tell me about it. I know. Yeah. Bear with you for how long? Bear with me. Just disappeared. I can't understand what he's saying. Wish they could speak a little bit more clearly with their accents. That doesn't make me racist, by the way. I don't know what he said. He said, thank you for waiting. I've now been on the phone for 1 hour and 15 minutes and 27 seconds. Such fun on a Thursday. Oh, dearie me. Oh, grief. Good grief. Good grief. Sorry you were there. I don't. You're probably just getting on with your work. Just waiting to hear the outcome of this. I've been on the phone for nearly an hour and a half, waiting to get my refund of. I don't know if they're paying me for the whole flight or half the flight, but whatever they owe me, which is about 500 or 600 quid. Um, Expedia, or rather Emirates, who are thumbs up, have told me that they've given my refund to Expedia, who say they haven't got it. But Expedia have already lost all of my respect for allowing me to go through what they put me when they got the name wrong on my ticket and then were unable to change the name on my ticket. Even though I called up every single day, talk about a head fuck. Sometimes I was on the phone for 2 hours, simply trying to get my name changed on my flight because they'd made a spelling mistake by one letter. And they were saying things like, oh, can you call back in 5 hours? This would be at like 9 o'clock in the evening. Can you call back in 5 hours because Emirates aren't open? I mean, when I phoned Emirates, they said they're open all the time. They can phone us anytime. I mean, it's sort of, it's mind-numbingly boggling, not mind-boggling insanity, the things they come out with. You know, and they call it customer service. And I'm talking about Expedia. Emirates, definitely thumbs up for Emirates. They were very kind to me, very good to me. So finally, after an hour and a half and about 4 phone calls since I've been back, so I've probably spent about 6 hours on the phone since I've been back from Bali the last couple of weeks. Well, it'll be 3 weeks on Monday. So it's 2.5 weeks or whatever. And I've now got a supervisor. I've been blessed and honoured with a supervisor from Expedia. I will never, ever, ever book with Expedia again. Always go direct with the airline. I don't care how much it costs now. I'm not doing EasyJet. I've got to take that further. Crazy. I will put the link in the comments. Go and find me on TikTok. So right at the top, 2 million views. If you haven't seen that one, if you want to be shocked, watch my TikTok video from EasyJet. Never flying EasyJet again. Never flying Expedia again. Just out of principle, just couldn't do it. It is manic music. This is manic music. And then now and again, they mix it up with jazz. So you've got 2 musics coming out together. It's designed to cue up. It's designed to mess your head. Oh, God. Hopefully, if you're listening to this, you're just taking a little bit of my anguish away. It's keeping me lighthearted. Normally it does me doolally, but at least I feel like they're on to something. Fingers crossed they're on to something, but the result could be something such a lie. Like he probably, let's see what he says anyway. So used to this. I'm going to expect the best possible outcome. Give me my money. Jesus Christ. I mean, the reception and the music is enough to send anyone into a breakdown. It's smoothed out now. Just terrible music. What is this? What is this? It's not music. It's right out there. Oh, it's chilly out there now. I've got some bloody clothes on, I think. It was sunbathing a minute ago. Some clothes on. There. I'm meeting soon. Oh, I've got a meeting soon. So he's literally got 10 minutes to get back to me. This is crazy. Let's tell my VA that I'm live on YouTube. Been on phone for 1 hour, 30 minutes. To Expedia about my flight refund. Hopefully, I can be finished by midday. This is what happens when you've got some free time and you decide to take on an issue head on. You know, you have to be mentally prepared to make these phone calls. I'm sure a lot of people just let things go. I'm sure they must do. I'll be back when he comes online. I'm still waiting. Oh God. Oh dearie me. I'm still waiting. This is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Now I've got to decide what we're doing at my meeting. My other phone's in the car. I should charge my other phone up. I need my laptop for my meeting. And I need to be on the phone to this person. Oh, boring. Frustrating, annoying. Hi, Martine. I don't know if that's you still on there, Martine. I'm just having a look at my YouTube. Have you had this sort of thing happen? It's insane. I've been on the phone for over an hour and a half. Mm. Right, I need to send this to. Oh, my back to something. Oh, God. Hurry up. This is a meeting. This is a work meeting I've got on. And now it's taken me 2 hours nearly to get through to these. Well, not 2 hours. It's taken me hours and hours. You know, it's the usual. It's been like 4 phone calls, and every time it's been, we can't help you because we are incompetent, absolutely incompetent. And I finally got through to a supervisor. The big man role of a supervisor. I'm a supervisor. Jesus. Anyway, I'm always polite. I'm never rude. It's a lovely day out there today, although it's not that cold. It's not that warm because I'm actually now getting a bit chilly. I think I'm going to go get some clothes on, actually. Oh. Oh. Is he here? Right, still not here. I don't know what he even said. When he came back after about an hour and 15 minutes and said something to me, and then he disappeared again. I've just sent a message to my VA saying I'm slightly stuck. I've got to decide what I'm going to do now. Am I going to stay here and miss my meeting? I wonder if she's available later on today. Ah, here if you're available. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so that's brilliant. My VA is going to be available for me later. Anyway, I don't know how long they seriously expect people to wait for them. 1 hour, 40 minutes of my life I've spent on this call. 1 hour, 40 minutes of my busy life trying to get my refund from Expedia, who are pathetic, and Emirates tell me they have sent my refund to Expedia. I don't know what's going on. I'll probably end up having to call Emirates tomorrow and see what they say, and I'll record it as well. It just shows people the state of customer service, the state of the world, the state of all these stupid corporations. And when things get too big, and quality is gone. And I think for me, it's about maintaining the quality of one's own integrity, and speaking, having the courage to speak out about it. I walked into that chemist the other day, and I nearly walked into a chemist. Bloody broken music. I walked into a chemist the other day, and I was going to say something, but I thought, well, they haven't got it plastered all over their shop front, and I didn't go in that particular day, but I'd had another peculiar day. I can't remember what that was about. But I was somewhere in an area, Garston, I think it was, and I saw in great big letters across the shop front, COVID vaccination here. And I just thought, right, that's it. I get my camera out. I'm gonna tell them what I think, you know. And I was quite surprised at the response that's had. Uh, I mean, I was saying it all throughout COVID, and I don't talk about it a lot now because it's a bit boring. I think people have either kind of woken up or they haven't. You know, I'm not pushing people anymore at all. But the response has been quite overwhelming, you know, and I get that it must be that a lot of people just don't say what they're thinking. I don't think it's courageous at all. I think it's about speaking out and speaking out against injustice. That's what I think. But maybe that's just my personality. I don't know. But this is what I try and teach women in my coaching and my Shaktilatis classes. You know, to own your authority, your sovereignty, and speak about it, and have that throat chakra, speaking your truth. You know, being in alignment with God, truth. And this is what the new earth is all about. You know, it's all interlinked. It's all interlinked. The heart circle work and the Pilates and the Shaktilatis is all connected. Everything is in relation with everything, and I think you've got to do what your character allows you to do with confidence and with dignity. And it's not about being rude to people. It might come across as rude sometimes, but the rude is never directly aimed. Although I do think the people in the chemists need telling that actually you are killing people. I mean, I've always felt that anyway. I've always felt that about all medication, to be honest. So it's nothing new. Oh, good grief. My sister's coming here soon as well. So it's just messing my day up now. So I've got to get that meeting in as well. Oh, boring. Let me know if you're here. I know it's a YouTube live. I've only done it on YouTube, so I've got evidence. And because my other phone is dead and in the car. Hi. I'm still here, 1 3/4 hours later. Yeah.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. Can you speak a little more slowly? Because you don't have an English accent, and I'm really struggling to hear every word you're saying so that I can understand the situation. Could you just speak a little more slowly? What I heard you say was that Expedia are unable to pull up my booking because it was in the past. Is that what you said? The airline, which is Emirates. Emirates are unable to pull up my booking because it was in the past. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Right. I can take notes of the case number. I've already been given this before. I'm very surprised they can't pull up my flight because it was in the past. That doesn't sound very normal to me that they can't pull up the case because it was in the past. That doesn't make sense, does it?
Me too. Right. Gave all the information to the end. So they couldn't just simply told to get them.
Hey, hang on. Please, can you? It was brilliant. When you were speaking more slowly, it was brilliant because I could understand every word. I need to be able to really understand what you're saying. Otherwise, I'm just wasting my time. So you're going to give me the number, my case number. Thank you. I've got a pen here.
One.
Yeah.
Let me repeat it one more time.
Yeah.
307.
Yeah. Yeah.
99.
Okay. So
that's the case number.
Right. Okay. So what exactly? Please speak slowly. What exactly is happening?
Airline was unable to pull up the reservation because it is in the now.
That's crazy. Can you send me a copy? Can you send me a copy of the email that you sent them so that I have proof if I have to call them? Can you send me a copy of what you've sent them?
That for interaction goes the transition.
Right. So you've emailed Emirates. And what did you say to Emirates?
Yes, we've been receiving calls from you, refund being true, and we're looking to get a clarification on the date can help us to approve the refund.
Right. Okay, because when I phoned Emirates last week, they told me that they had sent a refund to you. So I'm going to phone Emirates back again. Who do I ask to check the emails? Where would they, if I speak to someone at Emirates and I say, look, there's a dispute going on between yourselves and Expedia about my refund, who do I need to speak to? Is there a department? Who do I speak to at Emirates? They're pretty good at answering their phone straight away. Is there anything I can just give them the case number? Is that correct?
Yes. Gave you the last.
Yeah, no, Emirates are very, very good, actually. Okay. Well, it's been a lot of effort getting through to you. Is there any way that I can come back to you once I've spoken to Emirates again?
Not unfortunately.
Yeah, but it takes me 2 hours. It takes me so long to get through to you. It takes me so long to get through. And then I have to go through the whole story again and again and again and again. It's very, very, very time consuming. There is no way that you can take this case on. This has been going on for some time now. I haven't got a life that allows me to just sit on the phone all day long for hours and hours. Given that Expedia caused this problem by not being able to make the name change on my ticket right up until the last minute, and then even then they couldn't do it on the morning of my flight. Given what you've put me through and why I'm in this situation, I would have thought the least you could do as a final honouring of what I've been through, as some kind of service to me, customer service, would be to say, can we continue this conversation, in 3 hours' time or later on today or tomorrow? Because to get hold of you is near impossible. Do you understand? It's not easy being on the receiving end of these kind of situations that are going on with customer service. It's enough to finish anybody off, send them into mental breakdown. It's very difficult. I was on the phone for about 25 hours trying to get my name changed. It was one letter that was wrong on my ticket. And this is the result. of that dreadful way that I was treated, given every excuse under the sun why they couldn't get hold of the airline to change my ticket, where Expedia, Emirates told me that you could have changed the name on my ticket. It was one letter that was wrong. Can you understand where I'm coming from? It's exhausting.
Yeah, I do.
It's exhausting. I'm 65 next week. I'm 65 next week, right? This is exhausting for people. I have the time. I've made the time to call you. This is too much for a normal person to have to deal with. And it's not a one-off scenario. This happens a lot. And it's exhausting. And somebody has my refund. I'm not even bothered about the money. It's the principle. It's injustice. The way, if I phone back tomorrow, it will take me another 2 hours to get anywhere. It's exhausting. I'm speaking that from my heart. The problem is Emirates tell me a different story. I'm going to see what they say, but they told me that they have sent the refund to you. That's what they've told me. So in your email, have you said that we do not have the refund?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
And what is your name, please? George. Do you have a surname, George? How do you spell it? George, how do you spell your surname, George?
I give you one letter.
George R. That's your name. Yeah? Are you sure about that? Right.
100%.
Okay. Well, George R., thank you very much for your help. I'm just feeling a little bit concerned that I have no access to continue this, so that I don't have to drive myself crazy and go through the whole thing again, because today I've been on the phone for 2 hours and I don't have the time tomorrow to deal with this again. It's exhausting. And you're not allowed, I guess you're not allowed to call me back tomorrow or later today to give me any update. How do we leave this?
My back office team would be the one that would send you a notification once we get the report.
And they will send me notification. Will they email me? Right. Because let me tell you, when I first phoned up about the refund, they told me that it was Emirates that had to give me the refund. Who is responsible for giving me the refund? Emirates.
That's right. But they didn't go to right.
Okay. Well, I have this. Okay. Well, I have this recorded, this whole conversation. So I have evidence, and I thank you for your help. And I am very sorry that I have had to go through this, because it's not very pleasant to have to go through this kind of communication with people. And I know that many people do not have the time or the energy or the emotional capacity to do this. It's very wearing on the nervous system. But I do, because I believe in justice, and it's exhausting. It's not the first time. It's exhausting. So thank you for being helpful.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Definitely. I
Thank-
did everything I can on my possibility.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.
Anything else you think?
Well, I would like some compensation for what I was put through with my name change. I will never understand that, and I will never book with Expedia again. It was appalling, disgusting treatment I had. It was unbelievable. So
Hear that.
yeah, thank you. Bye.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you. You too. Love you. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's my stream, and I'm going to go for my meeting. I'm just in time for my meeting. Thank you guys for those of you that were here with me, made it a little bit more pleasant, I guess. Big love. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought. Yeah.